I said, what's the matter with you? Why are you looking at me like that? She said, first of all, I want to tell you thank you for the gospel. I said, so it was your plan to talk to me? She said, of course. She said, we know you. And we know that if I was to look at you in the face, that you wouldn't let it go. That you will engage it. I said, fair enough. Tell me. She said, I used to be one of your most aggressive persecutors. 38 years ago, I fought the gospel. I hated the gospel. And we couldn't kill you. We couldn't stop you. All of us paid money to have you murdered, to have they cut our tires on our trucks. They knocked windows out. They put stuff down our gas tanks. They did every kind of thing you can think of to ruin our vehicles. Thinking that our gospel, like most Americans, was in some trinket. You don't stop the gospel because you stop my truck. You stop my method of convenience is all you've done. Did you hear what I said to you? Shaka-ta-ba-ba. And so I said, fair enough. Well, you're in here with these Christians. You must have got born again somewhere along the trail. She said, when we figured out we couldn't beat you, we decided to join you. She says, I got born again. I was the first one in my family. And I got persecuted like we persecuted you. And it went on for 5 years. They almost killed me. But then they started getting saved. Now what's this? Now everybody in the family, she is now the matriarch. Now everybody in the family is saved. No one is left. Woo-hoo! Everybody. Several hundred people. Like I told you, a couple of good stock and you got it going. And I said, that's a great story, but why wouldn't you cut your gaze? She said, oh, that's not the story. I just wanted to bless you because I know you like to hear that. Well, I said, I do. My goodness, I took some good whoopings from y'all. She said, yeah, but we couldn't stop you. I said, I know, because God invited me. You hear the difference? When God invites you to the dance, dance. Do you hear me? It don't matter what people say and do. Let it roll off your back like water off a duck's back. Jesus is king. So, she said, now, one of the things that happened is the dead started being raised out there. This year, it's a brand new wall of energy, of power has come upon us. It's pretty dynamic. But I only want to tell you one of the stories, because I want to pray with you for this thing to come in this house. This house needs this. Yeah. And I said, talk to me, Grandma. She went, and boy, did she talk. I'm looking at the pastor. I didn't think she was breathing. She's just talking. No, this woman is on fire. She's a little grandma about that big. And I mean, she's like a giant. She's scary. The more she talked, I kept backing up from her. I was pushing my chair back. Man, the Holy Ghost fire that's on this woman. And that she can do nothing physically, but she can do anything spiritually. There you go. Shakatababa. And I said, bring it. I want this. It doesn't frighten me at all to be afraid of you. I want what's got you lit on fire. I want it on me. I want it on these pastors that's with me. And I want it in the whole work. I want everybody that confesses Jesus is Lord to feel what she feels. And she says, well, I've lived the last 30 years awesome, Brother David. Everything we touch prospers. I said, that's a good thing. But that ain't what's got your eyes locked on me. It's something else. She said, it is. She said, a few months ago I got sick. I said, incurable. She said, I made them promise me they wouldn't tell you. I said, why? She said, because you wouldn't let me die. And I'm ready to go. I said, but you didn't leave. What happened? She said, I got two sicknesses. One was incurable, then the second one came. And I was a burden to my family. And I wouldn't let them call you because I wanted to go. I said, why not? She said, because I know how you believe. You don't believe that we should die sick. You believe we should just die. I said, well, that's right. She said, I know it's right, but I was ready to go. I said, you don't make sense to me, woman, and I'm not going to sit and argue with you. Next time, you call us. You can die, but you can't die sick. And she said, see you tomorrow. Yes, Brother David. I said, okay. What happened? She said, well, I died. I said, oh. I don't like you dying sick. It grates on me. It's offensive. You hear me or not hear me? We live with it. You live with it. I live with it. But it don't make it right. We got to have that absolute confidence in the power of the gospel. Now that's got to happen. You hear me? And so I said, well, see, I've been at it long enough to know you don't tap her hand. I died. Oh, pray, I'm so sorry, baby. Are you serious? No. I looked at her. You see Jesus? She said, I saw somebody. What did he look like? Here we go. This is the part you want. But I needed all those other details in place because of the absolute gospel has perimeters. It lets you run everything.